In year 3, we'd be expected to multiply a 3-digit number by a single-digit number. So we've got 473 multiplied by 4. So today I'm going to show you how to use a place value mat, how to use a pictorial representation, and also how to use formal column multiplication. So, job number 1, I need to set up my pictorial representation and my column multiplication so that it replicates what's going on this place value mat up here. So I need my place value headings: thousands, hundreds, tens and ones, and I'm going to need columns for these. I'm going to draw the number just as it appears with the place value counters here. So I've got 4 hundreds, I've got 7 tens, and I've got 3 ones. Now from a formal method, I'm going to need thousands, hundreds, tens and ones. I'm going to need to do 473 and multiply that by 4 and draw a neat line underneath for my formal method. So now that I'm all set up, I can make a start. I need to do 3 ones multiplied by 4. So what that means, in other words, is I've got a group of 3, I'm going to need 4 groups of 3. So I've got one group of 3, 2 groups of 3 would look like this, 3 groups of 3 would look like this, and 4 groups of 3 would look like this. So if I were to draw that on my pictorial representation, it would have 1 group of 3, 2 groups of 3, 3 groups of 3, and finally 4 groups of 3. Now if I know my times tables, I'll be able to really quickly count those up. 3, 6, 9, 12. 12, so I can write 2 in that column and my 10 ones in the next column along like so. Job number 2. I need to multiply the 7 tens by 4. So I've got one group of 7 tens there. I'm going to need 2 groups of 7 tens. I'm going to need 3 groups of 7 tens. And finally, I'm going to need 4 groups of 7 tens, like so. Now if I draw that on my pictorial representation, it would be one group of 7 tens, 2 groups of 7 tens, 3 groups of 7 tens, and 4 groups of 7 tens. Now if I count in sevens, I should be able to work this out quickly. Again, if I know my times tables, it'd be a lot more straightforward. So I've got 7 tens, 14 tens, 21 tens, 28 tens, but I've already got an extra 10 that I regrouped before, so instead of 28 tens, it'd be 29 tens. So I would write 9 there, and I would regroup 2 groups of 10 tens in the hundreds column to make 200. So I've regrouped those there. Next job, I'm going to multiply 400 by 4. So I need 4 groups of 400. So there's one group of 400. There's 2 groups of 400. Here's 3 groups of 400. And 4 groups of 400 here, like so. So if I draw that on my pictorial representation, I would have a second group of 400s, a third group of 400s, and a fourth group of 400s. So I can count those up quickly again if I know my times tables. So 400, 800, 1200, 1600. So I've got 1600s in this column here. But I've already got the 200s that are regrouped from this column. So it's going to be 1600s, add the 200s that I've already got, makes 1800s, or 1800. Now I could have put a little 1 at the top up here, but because there's no more numbers to multiply by, I just put it as a big 1 in the next column like so. So the answer would be 1892.